Good morning, Killer Kind. I missed it. I called it out in the Calvis. I actually missed it. I called it out in the Discord, and then I was busy getting all this the stream set up. But Dave caught it. So well played. Shout out to you, Dave. Managed to catch it. I didn't catch it. I called it out. I was watching it and I called it out, and I missed the move. So unfortunately, it'd be like that sometime. So I moved from $40. What was this? What was this one when it started to make its move up? So it's what $41.50 all the way up to a high of $107.50. Bloody hell! I mean, that's what's that? $56 move. $66 move? No, $66 move in 3 candles. 4 candles. Oh, we've just taken 100 shares as a punt. Madness. Absolute madness. $66 move in 4 minutes. And look, it's come all the way back down to 50. So yeah, mad, absolute craziness. Morning, Brandon. Good to see you. Hey, Nate. Good morning to you. I've not taken anything today, Julie. I've not taken anything today as yet. I'm just waiting for the right move, and I missed the Moonlake move. I called it out in the Discord as well, so kind of kicking myself. But hey, look, it is what it is. But fair play to you, Dave. Well done. Good morning, Don. So I called it out in the Discord. Obviously, Dave saw it as well. The only one that in the day trade with Tony community that's confessed to having taken a punt on it. So Dave got in a little bit earlier than the move. He was riding the consolidation, but it moved up and he caught the large part of it. I think he dumped it at 75. So it got nervous on the way up. It moved up that quick. So sometimes you've got to lose money on the table, but I mean, that's a lot to leave on the table, $30. Hey, OAL. Hey, Calvis. I'll have a look at that. As you know, I don't tend to trade these sub $2 stocks, but Hardcore is a previous runner from back in May. It went up to kind of 340s. Back in May, from a similar kind of position as well. So Hardcore, if it holds above $2, I might be interested. Otherwise, Multi-X though, I mean, that's just a yeah, go figure. Med's making another move. $15. Spreads on this. So 10 cents, 20 cent spreads on Meds. Does have the ability to move up. The overall market's pretty flat today. S&P 500 pretty flat. NASDAQ just slightly up. S&P 500 just slightly down. Dow Jones just slightly down. Russell slightly down. pretty flat. The market's had 4 out of 5 of the last 5 days have been selling days. So maybe we'll get a bounce today. Well, who knows? We'll see. All right, let's have a look at what else is moving today. Lucid seems to have some interest. Let's have a look at Lucid. What's the level 2 like on Lucid? I always put the U in. There is no U in the ticker. So it's barcoding at the moment. The range is crap, but it's up 9% on the day. So Lucid might make moves after the bell. It needs better range, more volume. But Lucid could be interesting later. We'll see. 55.50 on MLTX. Holding around $55, $56. Spreads on this. Wow, penny spreads. That's that right? Yeah, penny spreads on this. It's just moved $60 odd. And it's only got penny spreads. Really? That's unusual. I expect those spreads to widen. But at the moment, yeah, penny spreads. $115% up right now, and yeah, it's what, 400% up at the top. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, was it going to curl up? It's too expensive for the small account, unfortunately. I was looking at it, taking a position with it on the small account for 100 shares or something, but it's just too expensive. I wish I had now. $60 move, 100 shares, $6 grand. Cheers, easy. Better for 1,000 shares, but I think Meds is looking like the one that's most likely to pop right now. This is Trexaid Health. See if I can get enough on this. Ooh. $150 is what we're looking for today on the small account. Spread's a bit rangy on this. Well, that pulled all the way back down. Let's see, are we going to get a bounce on the whole dollar? Add to this. Spreads are like 30 cents. Oh, 30 cent spreads, not helping here right now. 20 cent spreads at the moment. Morning, Tom. Hope you're well. Alberto. Supposed to get in for the break of the $0.50, so that's what I'm looking for now. I'm looking for a break, the move back up to the $0.50. Otherwise, if it breaks 15, below 15, I get out for a small loss. It's right there we go. Gonna bounce on the VWAP now. Said health. That was a bit of a pop and drop as well. Should be getting out of this right now. It's doing way too much on it. I'm at the VWAP. It just dropped to the VWAP quicker than I could get out, so I'm just going to wait to see if we get a bounce and back over $15. We're at $14.99 right now on the ask. There we go. We're at $15 again. High of this candle is 15.15. Anything above that, I'm going to add to the position. The low of this candle is 14.80. Anything lower than that, and I'm exit. There we go. Get out. That's a big loss. You should be all right, Dave. It's a good move. It was a nice move for you, that. and particularly because if I remember, didn't you get stuck in Silicon Valley? I mean, that paid off for you, didn't it? But it was a nervy. You were stuck in Silicon Valley when it halted, and it halted to the upside as well, if I remember rightly. When it got removed from the exchange, and you were short on it, so. Morning, Vol. I hope you're finding I hope you're finding the Dash Trader a little bit interesting to play with today, mate. Oh, it's much quicker than TOS. TOS is the pain. Yeah, I've just had a look at Lucid, funnily enough, and Lucid is here. So it's just barcoding at the minute, not much range on it. I did say it could move today, but there's not much range on it. It's up 9%, 10%, 9.9%. So it's up 10% on the day. There's no range. The volatility is a little bit sadly lacking. Yeah, should have held this. It goes back up to 15.50, and I'm going to try again. Ocean, I'm not seeing that anymore. Oh yeah, so I am 6%. Have a quick look at it. Ocean, not great volume at the minute, but it is making a move up there, Neil. Look at 740s. No leverage on that Ocean. But just checking. But it's making a move up there at 740. I'll put that on the watch list here. There you go. Hey, Mike. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Okay, that's the compounding impact. Just looking at that, the compounding impact of both good and bad, but the instant settlement is I had a buying power of $8,500 when I sat down. I've just lost $280, so now my buying power is $6,800. That's because of the leverage. Bit of a pain. Way too much before. Almost a full dollar. I'll be giving it a full dollar this time, that's for sure. But it would be nice to see it squeeze back over 16. I rejected there at 15.50. Well, Med's looking interesting. MLTX still interesting above the VWAP. Lucid is pretty much out of the VWAP but no range. Ocean Bio is up at 740-ish, give or take a penny. Again, low range on it. Spreads and range, but very similar. Lower volume. So I want this back up over 16. Maybe test 17 would be nice. I can't see that happening right away. We'll see. Caught between the spreads at the moment on Meds. Hardcore, if it gets over $2 and holds, I might be interested. Progressive. Yeah, Hardcore went up to like 340, 345 last month, I think it was. Was it earlier this month? I can't remember. It does have a history of moving. Right, so now we're back where we started. Oh, back between the spreads. We broke the $0.50 there briefly. Now looking at 40-cent spreads though, that's not great. Don't like the spreads on this. If you don't like the spreads, it's high risk because of it's not the spread. Yeah, the spreads. High risk because of the spreads. It's 30 cents on the range, but the spreads are more than that. So well, currently not, but spreads 20. Spreads are 20. I don't recommend getting into a position where the spreads are more than half of the average true range on the 1 minute. It's usually a bit risky if you do that. Yeah, it's a micro float is Hardcore, but like I say, it did move up really well a couple of few weeks ago. And we test the high of day. Currently high of day 1853. That would be nice. $15 spread when you're $100 stock. Yeah, I mean that in itself is shocking. But if you were in it from early, it's a nice move. Can we get over Can we get over this spike here? The spike here was what, 1625. Let's see if we can get over that. 1625. There we go. There we go. Lock that in before it pulls all the way back. Projected at 17. So that puts me back in the green from a big loss, and it increases my buying power now again, so I can actually go in for a bit more. Yeah. And the thing is that my hot buttons, my hotkeys, I don't have the ability. This is going to be interesting today. In fact, I'm just going to switch over onto the main account because this has got, I can take a bit more risk on the main account. This has got potential to move really big. Take a bit more risk on this because I've got a lot more in behind. There we go. High of day 1850, 1853. Blasted past that. Spreads are just too much for the small account. I'm glad I switched over. The range on this has gone to 74 cents on the ATR. So the opportunity here is the volatility on this one is huge. The opportunity is huge. See, retest 19. Current high of day is 1883. I want to see this test 19. Let's get over $18 again and then test 19. I think I'll put a stop on this right there. Trailing stop. 73 cents. What do you put your trailing stop at? 73 cents is the ATR. The spreads are, you know, as much as what, 30 cents, 20, 30 cents. Yeah, this is fun. That's not fun. New high. Current high. 1809 on that last candle. $18.16, there we go. At 1850, I'll take a bit off at 1850 if we get there. Why is Trexaid Health moving? So it's rumours of an acquisition. They're looking to acquire a competitor or a joint venture with a competitor. I thought I wasn't going to get filled then. And that was from last week. This is continuation of the rumours from last week. Nice. Get filled up there. No, not yet. There we go. Filled. That's how you make gold. So make gold made on the day. I should have stayed in it with the smaller account. There you go. Now I can size down a little bit and ride this up. So we're over goal on the day. Back and get me. No. Not going to risk too much on this. Maybe $1. 18.50. $1, and I'm risking exactly that, $1,000. So what am I? I'm in at 1950, so I'll risk $750. Why? Because then I'm still over goal. And below $19 I'm out. I'm risking 50 cents on this now. I was going to risk 70, but I'm risking 50 cents. I get the dollar. There's the dollar. Absolutely, Calvus. I totally agree with that. Once you've got the cushion, it's so much easier to trade. Much easier to trade. at the dollar. Broke the $0.50 here. These spreads are wicked wide, man. I like trading these kind of stocks, but they don't have to get your heart racing. They really do. I mean, the opportunity to make money on these stocks is huge, but the opportunity to lose money on these stocks is also huge. So the volatility on these fast-moving, widespread, very rangy stocks, it's fun, it's enjoyable, but it doesn't have to get the heart pumping. I'll tell you that much. So I've made my dollar. That was my target. I risked 50 to make one, 50 cents to make a dollar. So that's my risk reward on point there. Now I can stay in for this. If it comes back to break even, which is 19.50, I'm out. Get green, get to gold, get out. Absolutely done. But I'm riding this one up now. I'm over gold, so now I'm staying in this until break even. I'll let it go up. First candle breaks a new low, I'll get out. So that's 19.50 pretty much. $19.55. Just broke a new low there. So yeah, there we go. Hey, you're over goal as well, Tom? Good man. Oh, yeah. So I'm trying to work out what you were talking about there, Calvin. So yeah, the initial pop up here, and then the pullback, and then the curl up. This curl up was magic. It really was. But the spreads, so I lost out on this one. I lost like 280 bucks, 285 bucks on this one. I think it was. So lost 280 bucks on this one on the small account, which is quite a lot when you're starting out with 1,400 bucks. So then I got the curl up here on the small account. I'll just switch across so you can see what I'm talking about. I got the curl up as it started to make highs here, and I got out here once we broke new highs. It started to pull back, and I got out basically because it's so volatile, huge spreads, high risk, a high reward. So I got out there for a profit. So I'm now a little bit of profit on this, and I'm back up to the 8.5K. It's too volatile, too risky for the small account. Otherwise, the moves can be quite volatile and it could wipe out the account. So I can't trade this on the small account if I'm going to be managing my risk effectively. So that's why I switched onto the main account. I've got a lot more in behind. I'm risking a lot lower percentage on the trade as a result of that. So I was able to ride this up here and get that. So I got it on this candle on the small account, and I was able to ride that up on the main account. Over goal on the main account. I've still got a lot of work to do on the small account. I've still got over 100 bucks to make on the small account. We're kind of just starting fresh. So let's switch over to the small account, and well, that's pulling back, and look for something else to trade. Yeah, I was actually looking at in terms of hard resistance, the high of day 855 is what I was looking at here. So it did prove out to be quite a substantial one. So we went up to 883, which is kind of in that $0.50 range, which was the previous high of day, and then it pulled back and then moved up. So now we're pulling back quite substantially. So unless this breaks back over $20, it's a bit too extended right now. Yes and no, Tom. So that's a good point. I'll lock the main account down for now. If there's opportunity, then I'll take it, but it's got to be clean. But I'm still looking, and I still want to grow this small account, and I'm only $20 up on the small account. So nice to hit a home run on the first trade of the day. Don't expect that's going to happen all the time, but it is nice to hit a home run on the first trade of the day. Kind of kicking myself I did get out though there at 1650, sorry, because I could have got another $4 out of that. I could have got $1,000 out of that on the small account. But like $1,000 versus 7, I know which one I'd rather have. Well, 1550. I got in at 1529 on the curl back up. So you said 1550, which was this flat top here. I got in for as we got this move up, pull back, then move up again. So zoom in. That's where I lost the $300. That's where I made it back. But as we got the move up, see here, I could have taken 500 shares here. Not a problem. But then because I lost that, I couldn't take 500 shares on the move back up. That's the magic of compounding. It can be a curse as well. So here I took 250 shares. It was only 250 there, but when I took 250 shares there, I was able to get out and now in profit on the day. This could break new highs. But I'll wait for it to do that. Don't want it double topping the M pattern. Well, that's a nice move. Great to catch it. What's the news? It's acquisition news on this one. It's the rumours of it acquiring a competitor. So. Another company in the same space. That's this news broke on last week, was it Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday last week? I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. And it moved up on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This is a continuation of the news from last week, but it's a big move in comparison to where it was. So it went from kind of like $4 last week on the Tuesday to a high of $11.25. On Wednesday, it pulled back and then it bounced on no, it was Wednesday where it went up, and then it on Thursday it went up to $11.25. It pulled back and bounced on Friday, went up to kind of $9. But it's gapped up overnight over the weekend, and right now, look, it's currently 125% up on the day. Those big moves, big moves. Not quite as big as MLTX that went up to $107, but it's all relative, isn't it? Yeah, it's a micro float. It's a micro float stock. We watched this last week. We didn't get much on it. Well, I didn't trade anything on Friday, for being honest. This one's a float. It's 5.3 million in the float on Meds. So it's a small. It's under 10 million, which is really the sweet spot, the kind of micro floats, if you will. What's got a 300k float there, Calvis? What are you looking at now? No, Meds is a 5.3 million float. All right, well, trade ideas is wrong. I was checking it. I was checking out for potential shelf offerings and stuff, and yeah, it's 5.3 million. But it's still a micro float. It's still what I consider micro float is under 10 million, which is what, you know, low float is under 100 million, micro float under 10 million. That's my definition. Yeah, I can see where you're going with that 1950 flat top. I'm looking at a potential double bottom there at 1850, with a move back up over $20. Well, this red candle here rejected at 2016 high currently of 2080, but we're getting slightly ascending resistance here, so we're getting higher lows. We're obviously on the swings, we're getting lower highs, but we're getting higher lows there. So if we can break this this level here of 2016, so over $20, over 2025, nice round number. And this it should retest the highs and break the highs, in fact. Not saying it will, I'm saying it should, based on technical analysis and the current structure. The volume needs to kick in though. So where we traded this on the way up, you can see how much volume it was in. We're getting like 40-50,000 shares a minute, which is kind of decent for pre-market. But yeah, here we've got very low volume. So we're over goal on the main account. Nice morning's work. LTX key level here, $60. Yeah, key level. Find a little bit of resistance at $60. We've got a little bit of a flat top here, so if it comes back and tests 60, that could be interesting. Not saying that I'm going to trade it. I mean, spreads are a penny though. I mean, it did go up to, I think they widened to like $15 at some stage, but well, they're not a penny now, they're 25 cents. Spreads are 25 cents. So I would say anything under $1 on the spreads on this one is going to be worthwhile. When you've got a range, an average true range at the moment of like $2.30, anything under $1 is going to be worth, it's going to be big risk, but potential high reward. At the moment, I'm looking at $60 on MLTX. Let's have a look at some of the other movers from this morning. Yeah, not great range on this. So this is Whole Earth Brands. Range of 3 cents, the spreads of 2 cents. It's almost, not quite, but almost barcoding. Volume's not great either, so that's the third biggest mover above $2. Hardcore looked like it was going to break above $2 and then didn't. So now it's actually red on the day. So that's classic pump and dump, pop and drop, whatever you want to call it. So people asking about Hardcore earlier, I thought, yeah, if it can get over $2 and sustain, which it didn't, it went up to like 211 or whatever it was, 211 on the day, and then just sold off and came all the way back down again. So Hardcore, it does have history from last month where it went up to like 340. Yeah, but I don't like that unless it's back over $2. So that's Hardcore. Biomia Fusion. Yeah, I don't like that either. Not enough volume on it. So that's number 4 on the list of moving stocks above $2. Green Pro. Green Pro, no volume. Yeah, so struggling a little bit here, guys. Not a lot moving. Lucid underneath the VWAP at $6. So we'll just wait for the market to open now, I guess. We've got 16 minutes, a little over 16 minutes before the bell. So we'll just wait for the volume to come in. There will be another stock that moves. It was great to catch that that earlier move on Traxaid. So it was nice to catch this an earlier pump on Traxaid. Made us a goal-making trade, which was nice. But you don't want to be trying to swing for the fences on every trade. The only reason I traded that on the main account was because the risk with the spreads and the range was too much on the small account. If I traded that on the small account, I was effectively risking the account. Because I had to give it that range. I either had to trade it too small to make it worthwhile, or I had to give it the range that it was in terms of the risk per share. And I just couldn't afford to do that on a small account. So I'll check Kavana. I can certainly check Kavana for you. I'll come back to meds in a moment. I think I'm done with meds. Kavana, just choppy, very, very choppy. Not much in terms of volume. Like less than 200,000 shares traded so far with Kavana. 2170s, no real movement. It's slightly above the VWAP, but it's pretty much sideways. It's slightly up on the day, 1.5%, but it's pretty sideways and choppy is Kavana at the moment. Spreads a penny, range 7 cents. Yeah, there's no opportunity there yet. That could change after the bell. We'll see. AI popping up, not on great volume. To be fair, like 439,000 shares traded, so it's not on great volume, but popping up. This does have a history of volatility. The last week has been selling. It went up to like $48 there this last week, week before last, and then it's pulled back with the market. So if you look at this on the daily, and then you compare it to the SPY on the daily, so you look at this on the daily. It popped up and then it's been selling off the last week. If you compare that to the actual overall markets, look at the SPY or the S&P 500. That's popped up and pulling back. So very similar in terms of where they gapped up and where they popped up and pulled back. So yeah, that's largely today with the AI stocks. Nvidia pulled back a little bit, but it's maintained most of its gains. So Nvidia is still looking strong. It'll be interesting to see how they perform this coming earnings season. We're currently in the off season when it comes to earnings, but we've got next month earnings season begins again, and I'll be interested to see how things stand in the coming earnings season. Yeah, CCL, Carnival Cruise Lines, earnings this morning, and this is what's happening. So, kind of sideways up until that. Did they just drop their how much were they up? Just gone red on the day, so obviously the conference call ain't going well for for Carnival Cruises, and they're the only ones with earnings today. So I've just dropped the earnings in the Discord for this week. I think I've omitted Carnival because they're the only ones today. Carnival Cruise Lines, currently news dropping as we speak. Earnings, Q2 EPS of 32 cents, which negative 32 cents in losses, which beats the negative 34-cent estimate. Sales 4.9 billion, which beat the 4.7 billion estimate. Q3 adjustment EBITDA of just over 2 billion, 2.05 to 2.15 billion versus Q2. Adjusted net income of 0.95 billion to approximately a billion. An occupancy of 107% or higher. So it's selling off on what I see as reasonably good figures in terms of earnings. And this happens, which is why you don't want to be trying to anticipate. You see something performing well, and Carnival's been performing above estimates, so that the earnings print is just dropped, and it's above estimates. It's an estimate. It's a earnings and revenue beat, sales beat, but it's still selling off. So you trade the price action. You wait for the market reaction to the news. You don't try and anticipate it. What do I think of the NASDAQ 100? Let's have a look at the Qs, which is essentially, it's an ETF. It's the Invesco ETF that tracks the NASDAQ 100. So you can see the action here. So as you can see, it's above the VWAP, which is typically bullish from an intraday perspective. But if you look at this on the daily, very similar situation when I was looking at the S&P 500. Had a nice strong move up, a very bullish move up. We're approaching highs up here. But we're having a little bit of a retracement the last week. We're kind of just shy of going green on the day. So if you look at this on the 1 minute again, this dotted line here is Friday's closing price. So this is the NASDAQ 100. It's pretty flat on the day versus the closing price. But I personally think this is going to be bullish, and we'll have a buying day today. I think we'll have a green day across the markets today. That's my own personal opinion, not financial advice. I'm just a fat guy on the internet that doesn't know what he's talking about. But you asked for my opinion. So what do I think of the NASDAQ? Is it going down? No, I actually think it's going to bounce today. After a little bit of retracement over the last week, I think it's going to bounce. That's my opinion. And Anthony, tell me something different. What I would say is Meds is breaking out. New high of day, $21.15. I'm tempted to go in for another little piece of this. Too expensive for the small account. I've only got 1,400 bucks on the small account, so I can't really trade this. Yes, I've got 8.5 grand in buying power, but I can't really trade this on the small account. It's too expensive. I'm conscious of a potential double top here. Change on this 75 cents, pulled all the way back to $20 there. Didn't really want that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of this. It's $1.50 down right now. Yeah, get out. No worries, Balta. So why did I do that? Selling on support. Yeah, not the smartest. Should have been buying on support, but we got a little bit of a bounce there. I'll look for a move back up. I did say be wary of the double top. I hope that didn't hurt you too much, Vols. And that's why it's easy. It is easier to trade something with a cushion. When you trade smaller, you can have a bigger, you can risk a bigger range. So that's another tip for you: is if you high volatile stocks, trade smaller size. Yes, if you get a big move, you might not make as much out of it, but it's not about how much you make; it's about protecting your position. Good man. That's a nice little gain. 65 cents is not a nice little gain. That's a good, damn good gain, that by the dip. Well, that's just kept me in the hunt now for the rest of the day, because now I have to get back to goal. Get green, stay green. That's the important thing. But when you get to goal, get out. That's what I always say. Don't always do it, but I always say it. And the trick is do as I say, not as I do, kids. Yeah, that's a good question, Neith. A good question. Might just give it a minute to play. Got 5 minutes before the open, so if this back above what's the high of that last one? 1960. No, goal is 6k vols. Goal is 6k. I was comfortably over goal, but 6k is goal. So I need $750 again. $0.75 if I'm taking 1,000 shares. Is that possible? With this stock, yeah. Absolutely. BT, moving up. Finding support at this same level again, and consolidation level. Maybe have a little bit of a smaller curl back up towards 20 to $21, and then we'll get a bit of a move. But right now, if you look at it on the higher time frames, this is a textbook double top, so it really needs to fill in that wick. Applied up there at it's not moving that much though. I've got a little under 3 minutes to the bell. Applied looking like candy. My goodness, I just heard church bells ringing. That's the first time I've heard church bells ringing since I've lived here. Where are they coming from? All right, let's get some dough. Alright. Ocean down at the VWAP with no volume. Lucid, $6. What else have we got? Well, it's not a lot else moving, guys. Not a lot else moving. So we'll wait for the open. I'll change the scanners over right now. We've got less than a minute to the open, so I'm going to change the scanners over to the open session, to the regular session right now. Good stuff, guys. Maybe I should have done that. Hey, Virgo. Good to see you using the little pictures of me. There we go. See what happens here. I fancy this to move. $19.50, and this could move substantially. What's the hold level? So 2063 and 1688. Let's have a look. ABCM, low volume at the moment. Wait for that. What, checking the scanners for kind of volatility halts, anything moving on the real time. Maybe a bounce here at the VWAP. High up day 1909. Ooh, Ocean Bio, Major Vomit, Lucid, selling off 10 cents, maybe coming back 10-15 cents. No, not a lot of range, not big range on Lucid, but it's selling off. MLTX at 50, I'm trying to hold 50, which is where the VWAP is, trying to hold the VWAP. Meds we're watching. Don't know whether it's going to, I think it's going to move up, it's going to curl up. See, I don't have a forecast, I'm not a, Fibrogen, halted. A lot of volatility on this, but over $19 I'm interested. Broke a new high day, so that's why I thought I'd get in there. Yeah, then it broke low, so it faked me out. That was unfortunate. From overgoal to 1200 down and into a downwards halt. And well, it's not halted yet, but it is now. And it's looking like a gap down to $16. So that was unfortunate. That could come good again later. We'll see. What else is moving? Easy come, easy go, as they say. Salted to the upside. Why is it, my goodness, why is this Fibrogen, why does it sell off so hard though? It was up there at 16, it was a $16 stock there on Friday. So Fibrogen announced top-line results from a phase 3 clinical study for the treatment of idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. And it did not meet the primary endpoint. There you go. I think that's a bit of a huge overreaction though. $16 stock to like $3. That could be interesting. So it's looking at 371 resumption. So kind of a level resumption on this one. Ooh, you're right. Let's see. Oh. Well, $35 could be of interest. It's a second pullback. Got 50 cents on this. $25. We get 20, 25 on the bid. Take half off. 20-cent trailing stop for the rest, which makes the rest of it a free trade. But base hits, not trying to recover that 1200 in one go. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, so look, third pullback now, so yeah. Let's have a look at FGen. Oof, oof. Slight gap up and then it flush into a halt down. Definitely that dead cat bounce. VTX Dawn. This is another one trying to bounce after a hard sell-off. That's just horrible. You don't want to even touch that. Probably not worth considering. Now, where did Meds go? How far did it? What are we looking at? 16 feet. So pretty much a level resumption. We'll see. I still think this could go. This could move back up again. There we go. Back above the VWAP I want to see. 1831 is the halt level up, 1498 halt level down. And get in there for the bounce up. Range on this 90 cents. Currently 90 cents as well. Back that again. Not playing ball with me at the moment. Yeah. Broke new lows. The time to get out. Let's look for AI's breakup at the highest. Broke new highs. Pretty much maxed out right now. Yeah, no, can't afford anymore. Soundhound trying to move up with AI, is it? Let's see. Are we gonna make some money today? Or are we gonna give it all back to the market? Who was it told me to lock it down when I was 7 grand up? I should have listened to you. Should have listened to myself. Get green, stay green, get to goal and get out. I should have been listening to myself. Kind of at max position here. I can't take anymore. No averaging down. Getting out there, breaking new lows. Oh, what a disappointing turnaround. Great start to the, oh my goodness. U-Power just vomited like all over the open. $7. That's horrible. It is what it is. Timing is everything, as they say. Lucid. Yeah, Lucid's not doing much. Choppy sideways. It's been choppy sideways since all morning, basically. A couple of pops here and there, but it's just choppy sideways. Lucid, there's a lot of institutional trading going on with this, a lot of high frequency trading going on with this. The level 2's stacked. It's not a great one to trade if you're looking for opportunity, just because the range and the spreads are always very close. So there's not a lot of opportunity there. The overall market, though, and I did say, so somebody asked me earlier, how did I think about the NASDAQ 100? Look at that. There's your NASDAQ. Currently, 0.5% up, so 0.2%. That's your NASDAQ. I did say it was going to be a green day for the markets, and that's proving to be the case. Ooh, what's going on here? Accelerating. So accelerating. Piper Sandler remains a buy on accelerating. Morgan Stanley reiterates overweight. Yeah, I'm not seeing any company-specific news on accelerating. It's not huge relative volume either intraday. 74 million float, well, just shy of. But that's a big move. Oh no, I don't know why that's moving. Coinbase breaking highs. Coinbase having a nice move. This will all be on the back of Bitcoin and tomorrow's pending launch of this capital markets CMEG ETF, CMEG-based ETF. Marathon Digital's probably doing the same. No, actually, Marathon's down on the day slightly. I'm not convinced with this latest Bitcoin pump, if I'm being completely honest about it. I don't get it. Right, guys. Salarin probably the top mover at the moment as it stands. Over 25. Range on this 77 cents on the range. 15 cents on the spreads. Which is good spread to range ratio. Looks like I'm going to have to come back from digging a hole. Not for the first time. Lucid breaking out. It's not great, but it is breaking out. Moved 10 cents. We'll continue moving up for a little while. Based on the level 2, I think. Probably test 650, maybe 620. High previous pre-market high is kind of 619. Might get that. Check the SPY out. Going from strength to strength. It's about to break that pre-market algorithmic high. Lucid up at 616s now. Yeah, it's not. Slithering coming back a little bit. I'm just going to put that on here. Lucid pulling back from those highs. Did say we're going to continue. It went up to kind of 615. 5 days, 615 and a half. See what we've got, guys. We've got Celerin moving up. Uber breaking highs. If you're in on Uber, 44.80s. It's absolutely Momo. It's not the first time. What's happened on the small account? The small account, we've made 20 bucks on it so far this morning, but there's nothing really looking attractive to trade right now for a small account. So we made 20 bucks. MLTX, yeah, we saw that. We saw the move happen, Farid. Slytherin pulling back. Lucid is breaking new highs. And it get over 619, which is pre-market high. Not convinced. I don't like trading those thick traded stocks though. I mean, it's what, 27.5 million shares traded already. I hate trading those high, you know, large float stocks. Right, Britex. Let's have a look at that one. Up at the halt level. No leverage, so I'm not trading it. 713 is the halt level. Biorestorative therapeutics. Why? Well, Biorestorative therapeutics to participate in the healthcare virtual conference presented by Maxim Group and hosted by Invest on Tuesday, which is Tuesday the 20th to Thursday. That's a bit late. So that was from last week. Friday. That's an old. There's no specific catalyst for this. Company specific catalyst. Don't know why it's moving up. I'm just looking at the news. Didn't look at the date. The last news was from like over a week ago, Friday week. So yeah. No, I'm not seeing a company specific news catalyst. It did present at that conference last week. Don't know what was said there. In fact, the whole time it was presenting at that conference, it was selling off. So go figure. Had a whole week of selling off last week. Lucid did break the highs briefly, then pull back as soon as it did by a penny. Broke the highs by a penny. Range on Lucid now 6 cents. Meds looking to curl back up over 1750 above the VWAP. That might be interesting. I would say 1760 be of interest. And look, the last two trades are fake me out. It cost me 10 grand or 7 grand up on it. I have 4 grand down on it, so last 2 trades have cost me heavily. Lucid looks to be bouncing at 610, 608. Slytherin pulling all the way back. Salarying. What am I seeing? Nothing. Anybody seeing anything moving nicely? Let me know. ONSI. It's not great volume though. Oncolytics Biotech. No, so on the hotkeys, the half position, it basically it puts half your position into the montage selection. So then you can choose to sell or buy at market or limit or whatever it is. It just sets it up to half of whatever your position is. It doesn't buy or sell. It just puts it in the montage for you to decide what you want to do. Now, if you want to sell half, you can just put it as a market order. You hit the half position or the quarter position button, then you hit the sell or buy button, and it's whatever it is. Now, if the hotkeys, if you have a look at the hotkeys, you can, well, yeah. So half you hit the sell button on half, and it will sell half your position. Lucid pulling back here. Is that head and shoulders? Maybe. We'll see. Okay. All right. Okay. So it's not as simple as that. So this last, it's been a bit choppy this last while. So in terms of bounces and buying bounces, it's a little bit more complex than buying breakout trades. Breakout trade is relatively easy, so it's a good spot there, Matt. Yeah, but breakout trades, what you want to be looking for is continuation and that momentum. They're easier to trade than trying to get that reversal or bounce trade. So what I tend to look for, we've not had the, I suppose this last month or so, we've just not had the continuation with the breakouts. So I've been looking for momentum trades or even bounce trades, reversal trades, because the selection of high momentum breakout trades just hasn't been there. So gap and go is my favorite strategy, and that is a breakout. So the best strategy for me is gap and go at the open. You've got a high momentum stock moving up, and then at the open, maybe a little bit of pullback into the open, and then a move up, break of the pre-market highs. That's my time to enter. Continuation, ideally volatility halt to the upside, gap up, and then start trailing into on the way up. That's my favorite strategy, gap and go. We've not had that many stocks gap and go over the last month. That's all I'm saying. I know my trading better than you do, Matt. So look, you can comment as much as you want, but I'll continue trading. Look, I'm nearly $1 million in net profit this year, so I can't be doing much bad. You know, you can criticize me all you want, but you know, I'm not doing too bad. I mean, June's a bad month for me, but I'm still got over 40,000 in profit in June. So, you know. I love how people come on here who are probably not even profitable and try and teach me how to trade, who I show I'm profitable on a daily basis. You know, I have red days like everybody else, but I do have, you know, June has been difficult for me comparatively speaking. If I look back at, you know, March, April, May, where I was doing over 200,000 a month, I would say I'm not doing too badly. 175,000 in January. Yeah, June's a bit choppy. June's been difficult, but look, it's you're going to have red days. You're going to have hot and cold streaks. And for me, June's been a bit of a cold streak. Am I worried about it? No. Am I going to change my setup and the way I trade? Hell no. What works for me, it works for me. And if it ain't broke, I ain't fixing it. I'm sorry. Oh yes, yeah, Vol. So I'm just doing it in the evening because yeah, well, yeah, but June is autumn's usually better. We're getting June, July, August tend to be the quieter months, but September, October tend to be a lot better, and November. I took a bit of time off in December. I'm going to be taking a bit of time off next month, but yeah. So trying to break out above that pre-market high. I don't like trading loose. It's too thickly traded for me on the level 2, and it's going to struggle to get over that pre-market high. I mean, I'm looking at there's like 12,000. Some guy trying to sell like 25,000 shares there on the level 2. So honestly, just broke up. It's just volumes, horrible moves. So AI pulling back now. Yeah, Mondays are not, to be fair, Mondays are not my best day, statistically speaking. Yeah, absolutely, Calvus. Statistically, Mondays are my losing days. Well, it's the doc. I'm not particularly much of an option trader, but if you've got SPY calls in place, I would say they should be printing for you, because depending where they are, because if you look at the SPY right now, it's moving up, and it's just broke pre-market highs, flat topping up there at kind of 430, 450s. But I've said it's bullish day today. We had last week was a retracement week. If you look back at the daily, which is what you should be doing, if you're swing trading with options, you should be looking at the daily and the weekly, etc. But the daily in particular. So you see the strong move up over the last while, and getting a bit extended up there, kind of up at 445s. So we were due a pullback, and that's what we got last week. Bit of a pullback. Now we're having a nice green day today, nice bounce day today. So SPY, probably we might even see 436 today. Who knows? It's looking quite strong. If it gets over 430, it gets over the $0.50 here. I think we'll see 436 today. That's my opinion, not financial advice, just the meanderings of a fat guy on the internet. That's all I'm saying about that. But that's the SPY. So it's for me, it's looking decent. Because I'm still making profits on Mondays, Jikinya. If I know Mondays are not good days for me, I make less money on a Monday than I do any other day of the week, statistically speaking. But I'm still profitable. I'm still making money on a Mondays. Across the whole, I look across the whole year, I'm still making money on Mondays. So if it might improve statistically, my win rates for the month, you're absolutely right. It might improve statistically by not trading on Mondays, it might improve my overall statistical probabilities of being profitable, but it won't improve my profits overall will be less because I'm still profitable on a Monday. It's just not by as much. Okay, I'll put for you. I'll put the trader view on the screen so that you can see that I'm telling you the truth. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, let's pull up my trader view. Okay, fully enough, I've got it open to the year as we stand. So let's look at detailed for the year. Performance by days of the week. Oh, look at that. Mondays. I'm still profitable, just not as profitable as any other day of the week. Still profitable though. That's for this year alone. If I look at win-loss days, I can go into that in a bit more detail. So you can see this here in terms of performance by the week. I actually, on my losing days, I lose more on a Monday than I do any other day of the week. I've not had any losing days on well, yes I have. I've had slight losing days on the Wednesday. Wednesday's my best day because I don't make losses. Thursday's my most profitable day, but I'm making losses at every day of the week. I just lose more on a Monday, but I make probably more on a Monday than I do on a Tuesday or a Friday on my winning days. So yes, I would say Monday's not my best day, but it's still profitable. And if I look at this overall, you can see here, this so far, I've got this week to rectify this, but I had a bad day in June. Sorry, bad day in February. I did a bad month in February. And I say bad month, it's relative speaking. So 57k is not a bad month. It's a good month, okay? But compare it with the rest of the year, and it's dwarfed. Now, I'm not having a great month in June. I'm going through a poor patch. I'm going through a bit of a cold streak at the moment, which is fine. But I've got this week to get to kind of beat February. That's my new target, is to 10k this week in profits and net profits this week, and I'll beat February. So that's my new target for this week. And I've no doubt in my mind that I'll do that. So yeah. So yes. My overall statistics are showing that Monday is not my best trading day, but I'm still profitable overall. So let's. Oh, and by the way, guys, whilst I've still got whilst I've got this up, if you go into my link tree or you go into the description, if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, go into the description, you come to these links. If you actually want to join me, I've actually changed my learning platform, on the course. So if you want to join me on the new platform, I'm going to be doing live mentor sessions and recorded sessions for the group. On a regular basis, not on a weekly basis. So I'm going to be doing live sessions, interactive sessions on the platform. Couldn't do that on the previous platform, so I've changed that. So come join me on that one. This link here, and I'll give you 50% off if you use the discount code before I move. If you join, you get 50% off that on any package. So that's the new platform is Kabaddi. So you can come join me on this one, get started, and you can join me here. You can go for a monthly option now for 120 quid a month, a quarterly option which is like 99 quid a month, or an annual option which is 83 quid a month. So you get more with the quarterly and annual as well. You get some one-to-one sessions with that as well. Yeah, come join the community, guys. And let's go back to stream. Okay, so I hope that put your worries to bed there, Jakinya. Yeah, I have losing days. I have losing days. That's what everybody has losing days. You know, I'm just not having a great June, and that's okay. Lucid finally broke out above that 620 level. Yeah, well, if he's going to tell me not to drink wine on Sundays, then, you know, he talks a lot of nonsense half the time, but I hope he's learning. He does a lot of trolling, but, you know, that's fine. Yeah, I need tighter stops on Monday. Why don't you just give it a rest? You don't know what if you are so good at trading, let's why don't you start streaming instead of driving your Uber cab? If you're such a good trader and you're giving me advice, a profitable trader advice, if you're so good at trading, why don't you stop driving your Uber cab and go full time and stream your trades live? And I'll invite you onto my platform on here right now, and we'll have a trade off. How's that? And we'll see who, whatever given day you want, whatever given ticker you want, we'll have a trade off. How's that? No hate, Jakinya, just love, as you said earlier. Yeah, no, I'm not trading that. Excel fin acquisition, just a whole bunch of halts, warrants as well. How can warrants halt? Yeah, I'm not trading that nonsense. Stay away from that. Right, meds looking like possible reversal. I'm looking for the VWAP, but I'd say the possible reversal there, the inverse head and shoulders type reversal at 1670. I'll look for the VWAP personally for the confirmation. You know, 53 cents on the ATR. I've got 10 cents on the spread. Well, you just give me a feed, and I'll put, you know, we can do it on a Zoom or whatever, and I'll put you live next to me, and we'll do the comparison. Yeah, I'm seeing that level there. It's kind of 1670. So then you've got the VWAP at $17. You've got the $0.75 level at 1675. So I'm waiting for the whole $1.17 and the VWAP. So that's if it gets above that, then yeah, it might. I say might curl back up. Now, for those of you talking about Lucid breaking out, and I'm saying I don't like it. That's why I don't like it. So, I mean, that looks a lot bigger than that retracement looks a lot bigger than it is. It's actually not. It's only 14 cents. But when you think the entire move up from here it's like what, 30 cents ish, 40 cents, whatever, 30-40 cents. It's less than 5 cents on the ATR, so the volatility on this one isn't great. MLTX went up to $1.07. Shut up, you. $1.07. Looks like it might be trying to curl. Back over 45 could be of interest. Not that I'm going to be trading it, but we'll see. Probably looking at meds for a curl back up now. This has been the bane of my existence. 7 grand up I was on this, and I should have locked it down. Spreads are like 20 cents, so just be careful of the spreads, guys. Cheers, lovely. You're always welcome. Yeah, exactly, Calvus. Wait for it to hold the view. It needs to close above the view up and hold there. $17 is the key. Did tap 17.50 there, rejected. But like I said, the range on this, the opportunity here is lovely because of the range. It's so volatile, and we like volatility. We like stocks with good volatility, but it is kind of choppy at the moment. This pullback down here is no problem, and a move off the 200 EMA and a curl back up will form that inverse head and shoulders. So if it pulls back down towards $16 or 200 EMA, the curl back up towards 17 gives you that inverse head and shoulders for the breakout and the move back up towards $20. So that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, FNGR. Finger motion is breaking highs up here. Not great volume though. A couple of decent good candles. Other than that, the volume across the day has not been great. Keeping my eye on meds for that. Go back up, because that's where I see the volatility. That's where I see the opportunity personally. Yeah, I'm not seeing a company-specific catalyst on finger motion either. So let's yeah, I'm trying not to be distracted by shiny things there, Calvus. Trying hard. Sometimes it's difficult. So this time, if we can close above $17, I'm interested. Nice bit of structure forming here. Hold above the VWAP could be interesting. This is probably going to go back up towards $19. Get filled. Partial, come on, fill me. Filled way above where I wanted. I wasn't wanting the break of 17 there. Ended up with a 17.27. We'll see. Alt level 1846, which is that previous support. If you can break that previous support, I'll be interested. Got that dotted line there at 1850, which is key level. Oh, patience. $17.98 on that candle. $17.99 now. Need it above 18 and hold. Bought for a bounce on the VWAP then. I feel that bounce can be quite a profitable strategy to employ when it pans out for you. Assuming it pans out. Oh, I needed to hold the VWAP. Got my little support line there. Potential definitely there. Sure. $17.50, let's go. High range stocks, these are very volatile stocks. $17.14, $17.50. What we're looking for the next move. Over $18, this is going to go to $19.20. Doesn't like filling me, does it? Partial fills going without me. Everything. I'm looking for $18. Not filled that time. Struggling a little bit up at 18 though. Oh, this is so volatile. Doesn't like 18 at the moment, but once it gets above 18, it's going to go to $19.50, $20. Mark my words. My opinion, not financial advice. Halt level is actually at 19, so it needs to test that. Nice to get into that, into an upwards halt and a $3 gap up. That would be lovely. It's consolidating above the VWAP. That's what it needs to do. Hold 17. $0.10 on the spreads, and 20 cents on the spreads. Argument for a double top there on the 1 minute. Good stuff, Neil. When it breaks the shoulder line, which is $16 really. That your head is below the inverse head and shoulders. The head is below the 200 EMA. Shoulder line is effectively 200 EMA. So that's what I would say. Below the 200 EMA. And it's gone. So currently that's like $15.95. So $16, and to break $16, that inverse head and shoulder pattern tends to be less likely. How do I hold levels on stock? What do you mean, insomnia? There we go. This is kind of where it's a test of the bullish, any kind of bullish momentum. So 1650 was an argument because of the 5 minute new low. This is the halt level to the downside, so if you're not out now, you should be. I should be. Couldn't break 18 yet. It's halted, so I'll come back to that in a moment. I'm risking way too much for that. There. But I've still got a feeling on this. Like it's going to gap up slightly on resumption. So it's down at 1540. It looks like a resume at 1550. So we'll see. That should take place at 10:33. Back at 10:33. This is incredibly volatile as well, but the spreads here, they're a bit more than they are on meds. The spreads here are about 50, averaging about 50 cents. So currently 70, 60, 70 cents. But this had a major pop up there at, it's finding a bit of support there at 40. So a major pop up to $107. Now, I'm not really into touching this unless it gets above the VWAP. But no, I think so as well. I think so as well. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But I've been faked out by this a couple of times already today. So faked out here on the move up, faked out here on the move up, and 3 times I got faked out. So this time I'm like, okay, this is going to bounce. We're coming back up. Is it going to reach the high of day? Man, I don't know. We'll see. Looks like it's going to gap up to 1575 now. So 1540, so it looks like it's going to gap up 1575. I'm going to see the price action on resumption. If it looks bullish, I might add to the position. We'll see. Yeah, I will be. I am planning to add the dips. Well, that's what I'm looking at right now. Is if it on resumption, it's looking at a 1575 resumption, which is a 35-cent gap up. I'm going to wait for the price action. If it shows bullish signs, then and good volume comes in, then I probably will add to the dip for the move back up. We'll see what happens. Yes, Jack, I was over gold, Jack, and then I gave it back. So two big, got caught in 2 big flushes. So if you look at this, Jack, I got in at the top here for the break of 21 and the continuation, and it flushed down, and I lost. I lost pretty much $3,000 on that one, and then this bit of a dip, bounce on the VWAP, the move up, the break of the session high. I got in for the break of 1950 key level, which was key level here. So and then it flushed down again. So and that took me red on the day. I tried to move back up, got flushed down again. So timing's been off with this at the moment, but there's opportunity there. I still believe there's opportunity on this, but my timing's been abysmal on it. Since I made 7K on it, and I've lost currently 10. Could have got out profitable if I'd taken all of it off at the top there instead of just a third. Not much else moving. Soundhound making moves. Quick look at that. What? Actually, we've got 30 seconds to resumption. So a quick look at Soundhound pulling back from the high. So yeah, that's probably the wrong time to try to get into that. Let's meds should resume in about 15 seconds. So. Probably $2 down on this. There's the resumption. Gonna move up or down? Up. I did get filled. Did pull back. Halt level up 17.18, halt level down 14.06. Very volatile stock. Below the VWAP, so typically I'll be shorting this, but it's hard to borrow. I've just got a feeling that this is going to move up. Could be wrong. Let's face it, I've been wrong thus far since the open. Over 16, and I will add to the position and go big. Be risking a lot more than I really should do on this. I'm looking for 50 cents. Another 50 cents. Average cost 16.65. Not too far off that. Back up, retest the VWAP, $17. I'll be happy with that. This stage. 1630, 1645, 1650. Upwards. Back to 25 on the ass. Range on this is huge. Looking like 63 cents. Trading volatile stocks like this with big size is incredibly risky. Kids, don't do it unless you've got the money in behind. If it flushes, this could cause a big loss, and it has the potential to flush hard. Just putting that out there. Massive double bottom on the 5 minute though. Looking at this on the 5 minute, massive double bottom on the 5 minute. So breakout is actually $18 now. We're way below the breakout level, but if it goes back up to $18, this will break out and you'll get 21. You're struggling at 16.50. I don't like that. It's a big double bottom on the 5 minute. Just needs to get back up to $18 for the breakout. Struggled at $18 before, but I think if it gets to $18 this time, I think we will actually get that breakout. And we should get a $3 move, which will be 21. That's if it gets over $18. This moment in time, I'll be comfortable with 17. Over 16.50 first. Nice little ascending wedge into a flat top here at 16.50. Needs the volume to come in. That's what's missing at the moment. Volume's started to dry up. We're getting some good volume earlier. Back up to 1650. Needs to break out above there. A bit of volume to break out over 1650. A bit of increase in volume would be nice. Volume's just dried up at the minute, guys. Less than 20,000 shares a minute. No, just over 20,000 shares a minute. Lucid back up at 620. Not great though, Lucid. The volatility is not there to take advantage of. So, you know, if you're in it and you're kind of swinging it for the day, good luck to you. And we get the move back up. Oh no. I'm feeling that this is going to move up today. Like I said, I've been wrong many times before, but we'll see. Am I going to be wrong again, or am I going to be right again? I've been right many times before. What's happened to my music? What's the halt level at? The halt level is to the downside 1464 and to the upside 1789. So I'll put the halt level on a little longer. So 1789. So there's the halt level there, so you can see it. And 1464. So those are the halt levels at the moment. So we're a lot closer to the down halt than we are to the up halt, but we'll see. It's not been playing nice at all. I should have locked the montage pre-market when I was up and over gold. So guys, I have a mantra. It's get green, stay green, get to gold, get out. and I've not done either of those. So I got green and I got to gold. I didn't stay green and I didn't get out. So do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, the volume's just died out here now, guys, so it could potentially come back in. It needs to break 1650. I'm looking at this on the 5-minute chart, which is why I put the stop there, because that's the 5-minute candle that breaks a low, so that's where the stop is. So I'm looking at the 5-minute chart now. 1650 is the next high on a 5-minute. We're coming up towards the top of the 5-minute, but the close of this 5-minute candle, and the high of this 5-minute candle is 1631. So 1635 really should see a little bit of a move back up. Just closed out a new 5-minute candle. Don't know why it took 5 seconds for it to close out, but I thought it was good for the break of 21. That's why I got in there, Calvis. And you know what Thought did? What else did I trade today? So I traded meds twice, traded on small account, up and down, or down and up, and I traded AI. So I've not traded a lot. I don't know about that with Lucid. It's looking weak to me. Just I need some volume on this, otherwise it's not got the strength to move back up without the volume. Well, another red day, it looks like. No worries, Vault. Stick to paper whilst you can. This is going to break down now. So yeah, I'm not going to get stopped out here. There we go. Stopped out. I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm going to call it a day myself. Look, it's one of those things. We're still 30k up on the month, and we're still having a good, a good year. We're way ahead on the year. So when in doubt, zoom out. You have a bad day, zoom out. What's your week looking like? Unfortunately, it's a Monday, so I can't do that. But you have a zoom out. What's your month looking like? I'm profitable on the green on the month. So right now, I'm about 33,000 in profit on the month. So not a bad month. So it's not a good month, but it's not a bad one. A bad one is a red month, and I've thankfully not had one of them since May of last year. So we go again tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. No, an hour before the market opens. I used to do 90 minutes. I'm just in autopilot right now. So an hour before the market opens, we'll be back at it again tomorrow. So yeah, if you want to join me then, you're very welcome. Yes, Meds has a catalyst. A catalyst from last week. It's a continuation from last week, Willy Wonka. It's an acquisition catalyst. It's acquiring a competitor. So, yeah, but look, we're in drawdown again. So we've, and that's been the story of June. It's been a month that we're in drawdown. We move up into drawdown, have a red day, big red day, in drawdown, recover it, move up, then a big red day into drawdown, move up, recover it, and that's the story. So we've got 15k to make up this for the rest of the week. So given that I tasked myself with doing 6,000 a day, it means I've got 4 days, 6,000, 24k. Not only will I get out of drawdown, I'll be profitable on the week if I perform at goal for the rest of the week. So that's the way I'm looking at it. It's going to be a tough old month. If I do the goal, it would also take me above February. So we only did a little over 50, I think 57k in February. So we can get above, we can beat February. That's the goal for June now, is to beat February. So we do it again tomorrow. Come join me then, and we'll be starting at 8:30 tomorrow. In the meantime, take it easy, guys. Red days are inevitable. Unfortunately, that's the thing with trading. Red days are inevitable. You can't avoid them. Losing trades are inevitable. You can't. There's nobody got a 100% record out there. And if anybody that's pretending, if somebody's showing you how profitable they are, but they aren't showing the losing trade with that, my statistics tell me 1 in every 3 trades is a losing trade for me. So, which is actually good. So that's a really good ratio. So it's 66%. So it's like 2 out of 3 it goes in my favor. So I've got a really good accuracy rating, but that still means I'm wrong a third of the time. So today I'm wrong all of the time because 100%. Actually, no, because I'm profitable on the small accounts slightly. But yeah, red trades, red days, they are inevitable. That's part of trading. Okay, guys, I will take it. I'm going to take this little monster for a walk. And you guys can join me tomorrow. Let's see, she's ready, waiting patiently for her walk. So you guys can join me tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Take it easy.